Okay. Okay, good morning, children. Am I audible, visible? Board also?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, fine. Okay, it's a little problematic thing to arrange online and offline classes, but I hope that you all are going to adjust in this situation because other teachers are also doing recording, from this class. Okay, so as I told you yesterday, did you check your answers from road not taken? Tell me honestly, how many of you have done that? Tell me honestly.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Apurva. So how only she. What about other children? Two boys, only one is saying, yes, ma'am, there, and another one. Tell me.
Ma'am, I have
Tell me
also
honestly.
done.
You have not, okay, you have also done. What about other children? What about other children? Not. Why? I just want to know the answer. Because most probably, if you people will also have MCQ based your half yearly exam, then what will you do? If you really think that you know the entire answer, then also, my dear children, you will have some problem. You will definitely have some problem. So never ever have this feeling that I know everything. Do you have this feeling that you know everything? Is it so?
No, ma'am.
Is it so? No. Then why only few children, they take the thing seriously? Why only few children? Tomorrow, again, I will send you the poem which I will teach you today. But yesterday, I sent you the MCQ of wind poem. Did you see that
Ma'am,
or
wind
not?
poem. Ma'am,
Yes, did
written,
you
ma'am.
see that? Written, solved. Today, I will be sending you the answer key. Why you are not taking these things seriously? Teacher is taking so much pain, sending all the question answers, because I cannot do anything else. And then after 2-3 days, I give you 2 days time, 1 day time, that let's go through it, and then. So feel really very bad that you children, only one girl from this offline class, Purva, she has done that. Rest of you took it, chalo, this is a job, teacher will be sending questions on WhatsApp. See, my dear children, this is the only difference between a successful person and unsuccessful person. I told you. WhatsApp पे कोई forwarded message नहीं था वो. It was not a joke or a poem or any meme. What was that? What did I send you? Questions.
Answer key.
Yes, and thereafter answer key. And how much time it will take? Hardly half an hour. Can't you spare half an hour for your English? If you cannot do that, then I'm very sorry. You will never be able to learn things nicely. I'm really disappointed. बहुत दुख लगा मुझे. Yes, I don't want to scold you today. It's your birthday, but I really am not happy. Okay, so children who are listening me, they should also remember this thing, that it is very important for you to know that if a teacher is sending questions, thereafter answer key, then it is not the time pass. Okay, you need to solve those questions. Otherwise, what will happen? You will never be able to do well in your life. Okay, now listen, I will explain you poem Rain on the Roof. So you are sitting with your books, all of you? Sitting with
Yes,
your
ma'am.
books?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
good, very good. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to, do I need to share a screen? Or you will sit with your books? You want to see my
No,
face
ma'am,
or
we
a
don't
screen?
need.
You want to see my face or a screen? Choice is yours.
Ma'am, face.
Face.
Okay, ठीक. Chalo tab. Then sit with your book. Okay, we will discuss. Now, quote Skinny, the poetess. You all feel closely connected with whom? You tell me, who is the most, your best friend?
Ma'am, parents.
Okay, first teacher, and whom you will never be able to forget?
Ma'am,
Mother.
parents.
Most important, obviously
parents.
parents, father and mother, but
Teacher.
mother we are very, because when a child comes to this earth, he is actually very closely connected. It's a special kind of bonding which we all share, everybody, whoever has been born on this earth, and that is not even human, animals also share a special kind of bond with their mothers. So this poem is, in a way I will say, it's an emotional poem. Poet is reminiscing, remembering good old days. Okay. And obviously, we all remember when you will move to hostels for higher studies, thereafter you will move to for job and all other things. Then one thing you will never be able to forget, your mother, father, mother, whatever. Why? Because you know that how closely you were connected with them or her. Okay. And that moment, few things will again come back and it will remind you of your mother. So this entire poem, Rain on the Roof, it is not going to tell you the quality of rain. And it is a very common thing. Rainy season, during rainy season, yesterday also, there was heavy rain and pitter patter of the raindrops can be heard any moment. But still, the poet is remembering, whenever the poet is listening, rain on the roof, the pitter patter of the rain, the poet remembers that how he or she the miss. Oh, who is barking? Who is barking? कोई dog आ गया है हमारे क्लास में. Okay, मैं अभी mute कर देती हूँ. Don't worry, Chid. Mute all. Okay. Now, if you want to bark, it's okay. Now, who is doing this? I don't know. So basically, the poet is remembering those days when he was with his mother and how badly he is, missing those lovely days. My dear children, I'm telling you, I can bet you that you all are going to miss days. These lovely days. Nowadays, you might be taking your mother and father for granted, hai? But a day is not far. You are in 9th standard, very soon 10th, 12th, and thereafter higher studies, higher class, job and all. And then you will remember that how this lovely days, you will start missing it badly. Okay. Nowadays, you will not realize. So let's begin this poem, Rain on the Roof by Kurt Skinny. Okay. See, look at the lines, first of all. Now, as I told you, poet is describing two things. First of all, he's saying that this rain.
मैम कोई प्रतीक करके है.
प्रतीक है, उसको मैं रिमूव कर देती हूँ. रिपोर्ट प्रतीक 9G मेरे क्लास का.
नो मैम, हम नहीं है.
ओके.
मैम मेरा नाम फसारा है.
Okay. Now you will not be able to unmute yourself. अब यही तुम लोग चाहते हो कि one sided ही teaching हो तो ठीक है. Okay, then ठीक है, it's okay. Now you will not be able to unmute yourself. Fine. So listen carefully. Now, two important things you will see in this poem. The one is that when the rain drops, the rain is started, poet is remembering his mother. And thereafter, he is also realizing one thing, that rain has a strong healing power, healing capacity. Healing, समझते हो ना, घाव को भरना. What type of wound he is having? Nostalgia. Nostalgia means reminiscing those good old days, remembering those good old days, homesickness, emotion, sentimentally or emotionally connected with the past. Okay, so that also he feels. And that's why he says, when the sky is covered with dark clouds and it starts raining, have you ever listened to the pitter patter of soft rain on the roof? How many of you have? Do you know rain sings? Do you know? How many of you feel that rain sings? Raise your hands. Online, offline children. Oh, some of you know it. So rain is also singing a melodious song, not like our Hindi Bollywood songs. It is something different, eternal song, a spiritual song. No. And you will feel, if you have that emotion, you will really feel that their music, the melody is coming out of this rain. So have you ever heard? Now here what happens, what thoughts flashed through your mind as you heard this melody of nature? Now everyone has some memory. Nowadays maybe you may be remembering the good old childhood days when you used to make boat of paper boats. No, and how you used to sail it in the water. Maybe you might be remembering that during this rainy season, not listening to your parents and just moving out and dancing in the rain. So everyone has some memories. You would have seen in the movies that even the actor and actresses, they have a lot of memories connected to rain. Here, the poet has also a great memory connected with this rain. And that he is going to describe through these lines. So now, children, look at the lines. See, phrases also, because question will come from this phrase. When the humid shadows refers to what? Dark clouds, humid shadows. So it refers to dark clouds. Note it down. Hover. Hover means to move in the sky. A helicopter hovers, okay? Over all the starry spheres. Starry means full of stars, and spheres is referring surface, which is what? Sky. So starry sky is referred as starry spheres. So what had happened? What had happened? Yes, page number you are asking? No. That in the sky during night, because why it is night time? Because poet is referring about the twinkling stars. So during night, when stars are twinkling, all of a sudden, dark clouds, humid shadows, they have come, they have covered the sky, and what they have done? And the melancholy darkness. Melancholy means sad, gloomy, dismal. Now, melancholy darkness means the darkness has been personified and referred as melancholy. Why it is? Perhaps, maybe since the entire sky is covered with dark clouds. So for that reason, the entire moment, entire atmosphere, it has become very sad. Why sad? Sometimes even the sweetest thought brings the saddest feeling. Why? You know, because you start feeling that why am I not able to get it back in the present time? Even the sweetest memories, Sunraho, even the sweetest memories will bring saddest thought in you. Because you will start feeling that why am I not having those sweet memories now present in my life? But it is not possible. Is it possible that every day you will have the same pattern life? No, you will grow, things will change, and the day is not far that you will be leaving your mother. Now, leaving here, the poet is not very clear in his mention that whether the mother is no more or the mother is living a little apart. But yeah, one thing is sure, that the poet is separate from his mother. The poet is not with his mother. And that's why he's feeling nostalgic. He wanted to go back to those lovely days where he was actually spending time with his mother. So he feels that when the dark clouds, which has covered the starry sky, what had happened? It has brought the melancholy darkness, the gloomy darkness. So he's talking about a little sad feeling. and gently weeps in rainy tears. Even the raindrops has been mentioned is what? Tears, because we are talking about sadness. We are talking about gloom. So when we are sad, what happens? So he says, it seems as if the rain, the cloud is coming down, falling down, and these raindrops are appearing like tears. Why? Because the poet is also sad, and perhaps the entire ambience, perhaps the entire atmosphere, it is also sad. So it seems to the poet that even if during this melancholy moment, sad moment, the rain is also shedding not water but tears. उदास होगा तो tears ही निकलेंगे. And then the poet is remembering one thing. Although the entire situation is very gloomy, sad, but what he is saying, what a bliss. Oh, what a blessing. What a bliss means, oh, I'm so fortunate. What a blessing. To press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed. That means, oh, in this entire gloomy situation, one thing is very good, that I'm resting in my bedroom, cottage chamber, in my bedroom. So one thing is very good, that I'm resting in this bedroom, because during rainy season, if you don't have to go out, then it's very good. No, you can enjoy rain from your balcony or whenever. But if you have to come out, then it is very difficult. Specifically, I think in Patna, the entire situation, the place is over, water logging, that is a common problem. So he says that, oh, what a bliss, that I'm so happy that I can easily sleep peacefully in my bedroom and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. And when I'm lying on the bed, one thing I can very easily do. What? Listening to the melody of the water, the raindrops, pitter patter of the raindrops, because it is actually bringing melody. It is bringing melody. So I'm so lucky, fortunate, that during this rainy season, I'm able to lie down in my very comfortable bed in my bedroom, and I can listen to the listening of the pitter patter of the raindrops. Wow, what a nice thing. No, so he is feeling the same thing, that he is very fortunate. Now, why is he so fortunate? Because this rain, how this rain is going to bring so much happiness. Or is he happy? No, not at all. Why? Because he is happy that he's comfortably lying in his cottage chamber. But simultaneously, he is sad also. Why? Because he is remembering those old days when he was with his mother. That we will come to because poet is going to introduce his mother in the third stanza. Till that moment, let us see the next paragraph. Every tinkle on the shingles, on the tiles. Okay, every tinkling, the tinkling sound made by the rain has an echo in the heart. Means each and every raindrops, which is actually creating a sound, it is also echoing in my heart. Why? Why it is echoing in his heart? Echo means, goonj raha hai. Why? What the poet is able to remember, what this raindrops is making, reminding him. But he says, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. Busy being means human being, poet. Okay, so the moment this raindrop started, जैसे ये बारिश शुरू हुई, मेरे मन में बहुत सारी यादें फिर से तरोताजा हो गई. हिंदी में इसलिए बोल रही हूँ कि those who are not able to understand nicely, एक line. कि the moment I started listening this pitter patter of the raindrop, so memory, so much, different type of memories, dreamy fancies, loves started growing in my heart, है ना? Because some memories, very close memories was connected with this raindrop. So he says that memory started growing in my heart, and busy being, human being, and 1,000 recollections, 1,000 memories. It's not a single memory, because when you spend good amount of time with your parents, You have lot of memories, good also, bad also, but most of the time it is good. Bad to tabhi hai when they are scolding you to study. Then you feel that they are the villain, but actually they are not. They are concerned. Only parents and teachers are the only creatures in this earth. They will genuinely, unconditionally love you. But maybe sometimes we misunderstand them. Anyway, so what happens? The moment this rain has started, thousand recollections weave their air threads into woof. Weaving. That means he started weaving the memories one by one. He is weaving the memories, weave their air threads into the woof. Woof means woven. Weaving the memories one by one as we weave a garland, or maybe we are doing a lot of weaving. So one by one, this little pitter patter raindrops, the moment this rain started, जब ये बारिश शुरू हुई, so it started bringing back me the lovely memories of my childhood days one by one. समझ रहे हो ना? Children, raise your hand if you are able to understand. Clear? The concept is clear. That poet is remembering, yeah, he is trying to remember those good old days. How? When? Memories तो कभी नहीं जाती हैं, but some moment are very special. Which moment is special for the poet? When this rain has started. So he's saying that this is entire thousand recollections, they are weaving different type of memories, and I listen to the patter on the rain upon the roof. And when it is happening, why am I aiming to recollect all those good old memories? When this raindrops or pitter patter raindrops is falling on the roof. At that moment of time, when I'm listening, I'm able to remember memories. Now, till then, till this moment, poet has not introduced us to his mother. Since we have read the poem and revision is going on, that's why I explained to you. Now we will come to know as a reader that about whom the poet is remembering or talking. Okay, who is the fellow? So now the poet is coming to this point. Now in memory comes my mother, lovely mother, who loves you unconditionally. So the poet is saying that whenever I'm listening this patter of the raindrops, what comes to my mind? My mother. Now it is not very clear whether mother is not alive or maybe not with him, but yeah, she is not with the poet. As she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers, E-R-E-R, underline this word and write down before. It is Old English. Before she left them till the dawn. Now, he is saying that I still remember that moment, that how mother was, darling dreamers. Who is darling? Darling mother's children, the poet. He is referring about himself and his siblings, that they all are darling dreamers. Dreamers, yes, because now they are very close to sleep, about to sleep. So he says that I still remember my mother, that how she used to come to our room where we children were about to sleep, and you all know that mother will come to say you goodbye, huh? And mother was coming, she was coming in the, before retiring to bed, she was coming to look her children, to say good night to her darling dreamers, and to simply kiss them, goodbye kiss, whatever mothers used to do, before going to her bed till the dawn. Dawn means early morning. So it was a common practice in his family that children were sleeping in another room. Mother was coming there, bidding them goodbye till dawn, till the next morning, and leaving her children, darling dreamers, and kissing them and asking them to sleep peacefully. So this entire, so many memories one has, but he is remembering that memory particularly. That's why he's referring it here in the poem. And so the poet is saying, oh, I feel her fond look on me. I cannot forget her eyes, the compassion, Mamta, which I used to feel at that moment. Her fond look, her such a compassionate look, I still feel as I list to this refrain. List means listen. List refers to listen. It's not list, it's listen. So as I listen to this refrain, you know, I told you while explaining you the literary devices, refrain means repetition. Antara, refrain, repetition of set of lines. So यहाँ refrain क्या है? The pitter patter of the raindrops. So that is why he's saying that as much as I'm listening the pitter patter of the raindrops, what am I doing? I am remembering those lovely days, specifically that moment when my mother was coming to our room before retiring to bed and saying good night to her darling dreamers. I cannot forget that moment. I cannot forget that look. I still remember it. Oh, how lovely it was. And so he says, as I listen to this refrain, that means whenever I am listening to this refrain, the raindrops, which is played upon the shingles, means tiles of the roof by the patter of the rain. That means whenever rain starts and it started making low sound, pitter patter of raindrops, I never can ever forget this moment, and I always remember the loving, caring, compassionate eyes of my mother, that before going to bed, how she was coming to our room, bidding us goodbye or good night, and then going back. So even if I'm not with my mother, but it is very difficult for me to forget those lovely days. Okay, so he's saying that even though I'm not with her now, but I cannot forget how closely I was connected with my mother. Poem is clear, children? Is it clear? Basically, this entire poem is about the love between a child and a mother. That even if you grow up, you go anywhere, but you will never be able to forget the loving memories which is connected to your mother. And here the poet specifies that his memory is connected with his mother, specifically whenever it's raining. And that pitter patter of raindrops, it brings back those lovely memories of his mother and how he feels emotional whenever he is listening to these raindrops. Clear? Now I will unmute you so that you may ask me question. प्रज्ञा, ये मुझे लग रहा है कौन किया है 9H.
मैम
अच्छा, अभी पता चल जाएगा.
मैम
It is being
Ma'am,
recorded. We will find it out. Yes.
मैंने
प्रज्ञा,
प्रतीक वाले
प्रज्ञा,
माइक से आ रहा
क्या
है.
नाम हुआ भाई? देखो
मैम
भाई,
मुझे कुछ
listen, whoever is speaking. हाँ हाँ.
मैम
okay.
मैम वो गलत
आपने?
गलत नाम से मैम आता है और दूसरों का नाम लगा करके करता है.
मैम मैंने तो अभी ज्वाइन ही किया
चलो, कोई
था
बात नहीं. I don't.
तो मैम मुझे कुछ पूछना था आपसे कि मैम फ्रेज क्या है इस पोएम का?
हेलो मैम।